Good morning. We stayed last night just at a rest stop outside of Exmouth. It was probably like, I don't know, 20-25 minutes out of Exmouth. It was fine for an overnighter. A few people in vans came a bit later and were very noisy and just like, I don't know, we just find some people are pretty disrespectful when it comes to camping. You try as hard as you can to be quiet when there's other people around, especially if you're leaving early or if you get in late and those sorts of things. You try and be as quiet as possible. It would have probably been 10:30, 11 and this van rocked up and they were so noisy, literally throwing things on the ground, making loud banging sounds. It sounded like chairs and tables that they were like chucking on the ground to set up, and it was so loud. And then they were just like talking in normal voices, like not whispering, not trying to be quiet. They were like laughing, great that they're having a good time, but like laughing and carrying on and literally walking past our rooftop tent on the phone, like just so rude. And then yeah, this morning left really early making just as much noise. So if you're out there and you're camping, please try and be quiet for other people, because you never know, someone could have had a really long day. Someone might really need some sleep. There could be a baby somewhere that's trying to get some rest. Yeah, you just try and be respectful and quiet around others if you can. And yeah, obviously you can't help it if there's been times where we had to go early, like the other day, 4 a.m. in the morning, you have to go, but you just try and do what you need to do as quietly as possible, and as soon as your car started, just go. But yeah, on that anyway, we've just stopped to have a coffee and some brekkie, and we are making our way up to the Pilbara region because we're heading towards, well, we're making our way up to the Kimberleys, but we're going to stop and do the Karijini National Park on the way. Has a lot of gorges and things in there, so that's what we're doing in the coming days. We're just making our way up there, so we'll stop at Pilbara for a night and then head up more. Pilbara is pretty close to Karijini, but up that sort of way, stay there, and then make our way into Karijini National Park. There's a fly in here. But anyway, that's the plan for today.
Hello. What a beautiful drive that was. Red dirt, road trains, green trees, occasional rivers. We've stopped at, what's this one called? Robe River rest area. Yeah, it's in the Pilbara region. There has been that many burnt out cars and rolled cars on the side of the road, so hopefully we'll be pretty safe here. Hopefully someone else decides to stay here tonight. I think old mate is in the caravan, if he's not just having lunch. But there is a river down here with all cows drinking from it, which is pretty cool. There's lots of gum trees here as well. Pretty dry and weedy, but where are they? Oh yeah, they're all on the other side there. Oh, flies are getting bad down here. But yeah, that's them. The river's pretty dry at the moment. Haven't really done much since we pulled up at this Robe River rest area. Just really got the laptop out, edited a couple videos, played a couple games of Uno, had some Parma sandwiches and cooked up some sausages that we had to pull out the freezer to put the fish in. And yeah, Ellie's just going down to the river, or what's left of the river. It's pretty dry. There is water there and there's heaps of cows down there, so she's going with the big lens just to go and take some photos of the big mooies. Yeah, it's pretty warm, so I'm pretty grateful for this bloody shelter thing that's here. There's a few of them. I mean, I could have set out the awning if not, but you know, there's a nice table here and everything, so it's worked out well.
Good morning here from Pilbara. It was actually a really good sleep last night, despite the fact that we have heaps of road trains going over the bridge there. It was actually a really good sleep. A few other people here last night. We thought there was going to be no one because everyone that rocked up left, but then more people came in and obviously stayed, so that was good. The sun's in my eyes. Today's plan is continuing to head towards the Kimberleys, but we are making a stop off at Karijini National Park, and we're going to stop at a place called George River Bush Camping tonight. Just another free camp. It looks really pretty from the pictures, so fingers crossed it is good. And then the day after that we'll be heading towards the actual National Park of Karijini, which is like I think we're staying in the Overflow campground for 2 nights, which looks really good, and then Dale's campground for 1 night as well. So that's the plan. We've got about a 3-hour drive today and the time is about 8:30, so we're going okay for time.
Hello, good Samaritans. We have just rocked up at Karijini. We're just stopping in. Oh, we had to get fuel. We only just made it. We need a couple potatoes, a couple tomatoes and some bread because we got fish and that, so we want to do some fish and chips again. But yeah, it's pretty big town. It's massive. Like, you can tell it's a mining town because there's that many mine cars getting around, and that you can see all the miners' cabins and that in some estates. But yeah.
And the only dealership here is Toyota.
Yeah, isn't that ironic?
And ARB.
Yeah. Obviously, they just make all the mine cars and send them straight there, straight from the dealership. Okay, shopping's done. We are on our way to Python Pools, and our camp's not far from there. We just got to try and find it because there's not a lot of reception here. Actually, there's none now. And yeah, Wiki Camps doesn't exactly show you the roads. It just shows you a dot where it is. But have a look at the scenery here. It's like Flinders Ranges all over again. Just big mountains, heaps of rocks, so you can't really see out there now, but the other side here looks good. Like red mountains, but they got grass growing on them, just, or shrubs. Check it out. So much shaly rock here. Alright, the drive-in was pretty cool. We'll have to fly the drone if we go that same way out because some of the views are amazing. Yeah, it's basically, it just looks like a gorge the whole way in with all these shallow red rocks and all this green stuff. There's only 2 cars here, but I'm tipping we got to walk down that way into that gorge. Holly reckons on Wiki Camps there was a review saying there was in fact a python about 4 meters spotted here the other day, so let's go see if he's still here. Okay, so we just looked at this sign. Apparently there is a couple other things you can do here, but I don't think we're going to do them. You can do obviously the Python Pool, which we are here for, or you can do the Cameliers Trail, whatever that is. That's a 1.5 hour return, and it's pretty hot today. So
Have a go. Pronounce the next one.
Chichester Range Camel Trail. So yeah. Oh, can you see camels? It's only a short 20-minute walk in.
That was return.
Oh yeah, 20-minute return, sorry. Yeah, it wasn't that long. I don't even think it took us 10 minutes. It's quick as. Oh, that looks pretty cool. There's a little fish in the water.
Look at them all.
So, this is it. This is the Python Pool. Haven't seen a snake yet, but we did see a little tiny lizard on the way in. Like it was the size of a friggin' sourworm. I'm going to climb up here a little bit and try and get a better shot. Holly nearly just took a dip.
Alright, we're making our way down to where we're staying tonight, and there's been a few signs just saying that it's for 4-wheel drives only, and there could be washouts, or I think there could even be a few little river crossings, I'm not sure. The reviews say that the road's pretty corrugated and it took them about 45 minutes to get 10 kilometres, but we'll see how we go. So far it's just bumpy from rocks. Yeah, not sure if there is any river crossings or how deep they are, or if there's even any water in them. No idea, but yeah, we'll just go and see what we can find. So this used to be a pool, well, is a pool sometimes, in the wetter months, obviously not now because it's quite hot. But yeah, there's a track going through here, so we're going to go through it and out the other side. This would have been obviously a river crossing if it had water in it.
You can see all the rocks.
There's still a, yeah, there is some rocks compacted. There is still a tiny little bit of water at the other end, but nothing here.
This track is awesome. Feels like you're on an African safari tour looking for rhinos. You can see in winter how it would get pretty gnarly though, because I think we've done at least 8 river or creek crossings. Obviously they're all empty though. But yeah, she's quite the scene. I don't think anyone else is going to be at this camp spot either. We will fly the drone up, but we've got to fix one of the wings on it. It's just got a hairline fracture in it. So we've got to replace that because it's starting to get a bit noisy and not steer as well. So just check it out. I wish the drone was working right there. The colours are so good. That red just pops. Right, we got to what we thought was the end, and there was a couple staying there. But we saw on the wiki camps that it was further to the right, but we couldn't see where to go, and then the lady was kind enough to point out to us where it was, because they did the same thing the night before they got here and they couldn't see, and they went down the same way we did thinking it was that way, but apparently it was, oh, well, it obviously was to the left a bit. So we found some more tyre marks and followed that, and now we're here, and it's pretty cool because we are here by ourselves. So we're going to fix the wing on the drone. We're going to probably have a dip because that looks really great. Right, Hol's just replacing the wings on the drone, but I told you it was good. This is probably one of the nicest remote camps I've ever been to. So obviously you just got these gorges or hills all around, and then you got this, what's left of the river going through it. But it's so quiet. Look how high that is. And it's shallow. It's a bit weedy in the water, but here's what it is. Man, I freaking love this spot. And I don't have to listen to van doors slam all night. Alright, so I was standing near the water and saying how I was going to hop in and have a quick wash and that. And then there was a splash in the water further up, and Holly joked and said it was a crocodile, and then we're like, nah, it can't be a crocodile. But now we're sort of like questioning each other whether it can be a crocodile. I don't know. I'm going to throw the rod in with a spinner and see if it was just a fish. But there's no slide marks or paw marks, or there's bugger all water here too for it, but I don't know. We've got to start being careful now. But she has me scared. Holly wasn't 100% certain that was the campsite that she had marked on the map. So we're going for a walk back up the road a little bit to a track that was down the left. Man, this place is so cool. We'll follow this to the end and see what's at the end here. I don't know how long it takes these termites to make these things. They are absolutely massive. Like, this is literally as tall as me. I can't get over this. This is so cool. One of the best spots I've camped at so far. Flinders Ranges was very similar, but it was also very packed. I think what makes this better is that there's no one really here.
Well, that's a big call. Better.
Righto. The sun has set. Well, from what we can see anyway, because the gorge covers half of it. And it is
shower time.
Yep. It's been a while. Been a hot couple days, so got to get into it. Holly wouldn't let me swim in there. She still reckons that there might be a croc.
No, I didn't. I said we have to start being careful, and you can't be 100% sure, and it would be silly to jump in when we saw ripples in the water and something jumped, like we think it was a fish, pretty sure it was a fish. But I said to Kev, you need to start being safe. And everyone thought at home I was going to be the problem. It's you.
That water was so nice though. Oh, it's times like these we are forever grateful. Like, I just had a cold shower in this joint. How amazing is that? Righto, we're all showered and shaved up. We both scrubbed up alright. We are going to cook Holly's Goldie that she caught tonight. Just going to do it in a beer batter with chips because we're not that hungry. We had a late lunch, so...
Didn't you catch one?
No, fuck no.
Oh, you were sick.
No, I caught all the... I'm a land-based fisher.
Oh, yeah, right. By the way, fishing competition update. We're both equal on 8. So, yeah. It's neck and neck at the moment.
If you go by size, I've caught the biggest ones.
I've caught majority though. I've caught a lot of them. I've caught more than Kev, but just not of size, of our size limit, like size minimum that we've got. True. But Kev's caught the most good ones. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Who caught all the whiting?
It was equal.
Me.
No, I caught 3, and then you caught 4.
No, you didn't catch 3.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think he's talking out his ass.
No. See what I've got to put up with.
Alright, just had dinner. We ended up having beer battered gold band snapper, and we had it with chips. We were too tired to do the salad and we weren't that hungry, so we're a bit unhealthy and just had fish and chips, but really good. Kev reckons it was better than gummy. I reckon it was probably on par with gummy, but I prefer the texture of gummy. It's a little bit more firm, whereas this one was a little bit more fatty, but still beautiful. Better than I expected it to taste. It was really good.
Yeah, it just tastes like chicken.
So I don't reckon it tastes like chicken. You could still tell it was fish, but it was not fishy at all.
Like being a snapper, like a fishy taste, but it just didn't have a fishy taste.
Snapper doesn't really taste that fishy either, but I'm really fussy with fish too, so I thought, what if I don't like it? But it was beautiful, so definitely recommend Gold Banded Snapper. If you catch one of those, do not throw it back if it's of size, because beautiful. So I've pulled out another Ziploc bag full of snapper for tomorrow night. And yeah, we're just cleaning up. We were sitting around a little campfire that we made, and there was a fox calling, which scared the shit out of me, but seems to have gone away now. I think it saw us before we saw it, so hopefully that's gone.
We'll be sniffing around later.
Probably, yeah. Just tidying up and, yeah, sit around the fire and then go to bed and watch some more Virgin River.
What's up? Good morning. What a quiet night that was. Well, in the end it was pretty quiet. We were watching a couple episodes in the rooftop about, I don't know, 8 o'clock or something, and we just heard this almighty, like, bang and then splash, and we're like, oh no, there is a freaking croc down there. But I think we put it down to that there's some pretty loose rocks all up here, so I think some of these rocks might have fallen down and just went in the water and just made an almighty crash and splash. But Holly was a bit, I don't know, triggered, upset by that, and a bit anxious, so I proceeded to just keep watching episodes while she tried to fall asleep. And yeah, but I don't think there's any crocs here. Still not going in the water. Dipped my feet in there yesterday, but I'd hate for something to happen, so yeah.
Okay, the plan today is to head towards our next campground, which is actually in the Karijini National Park, if I'm saying that right. So at the moment we're in another national park, but it like buddies up with the Karijini one. So we're going to head up there to a spot just to the Overflow campground. We've paid for 2 nights there, and then heading to Dale's campground there. So there's a lot to see. We saw python pools yesterday, which you would have already seen. I would have popped that up. There's some drone footage that I'll show you. Really cool, actually. We didn't see any pythons, but such a cool little spot, and it looked really good and inviting for a swim. But yeah, just a bit nerve-wracking up here because you just don't know what's in the water, and just trying to be a little bit croc-wise. I'm sure it was fine, but just in case, you just need to be careful when you're the first ones, and you don't want to get in the water first. Like that's what I've been told, don't be the first one in the water. So yeah, that's the plan today. Head up there. Heaps to do in Karijini National Park, so stay tuned for all that stuff that we've got coming up too. Alright, we've been driving for about 3 hours. We've got another 45 to go, but the views here are just incredible. It is so similar to the Flinders Ranges, but a lot more green, and the colour is a lot more of a deeper red. The Flinders Ranges is more orange, and yeah, it doesn't have as much greenery. The greenery is sort of on that really light, almost dead coloured green, whereas here it's quite lush, most of the green that you see. And yeah, very deep burgundy red in most of the rocks. It's so pretty just driving through the middle. So we obviously can't get the drone up in this section because we're on a main road. Heaps of road trains going past right on cue over there.
You just did a gear change. Look how dirty they are.
Well, there's no point cleaning them. But yeah, we did get some drone footage of the national park near Mill Stream that we were in. So I'll pop that up on the screen so that you guys can see that. Beautiful area, once again very similar to this, but yeah, we're having a ball at the moment. It's great, good time.
What's up? What a drive, far out. How did that take us? Four hours? Quite a nice drive though, good views all around. We've pulled up to the Overflow campground at the national park on Karijini. Flies are pretty bad. But they got toilets here, they got reception up at the visitor centre if you go there. They even got a trailer here that you throw all your rubbish in and they take it to the tip obviously, so that's not bad. There's been reviews that overseas backpackers sneak in overnight so that they don't have to pay the fee, so we're going to be on guard watch tonight's effort. Man, this fish, I'm going to say it is better than gummy. Just look at that, what a great meal. And the best part is it doesn't cost us $40 from a takeaway shop, and it doesn't make you feel like shit.
Just me providing for the family yet again.
Yeah.
Alright guys, that brings us to the end of another episode.
Obviously, if you like our content, please give us a like, share and subscribe. Hoorah!